up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Warriors to start out. Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Here's Green after Pau Gasol's bucket. Here's Gibson. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes, and that is good.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. On defense, the Warriors. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Now here's Gasol after the miss from Klay Thompson. Gasol kicks to Rose. And again, Chicago, no good. Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Inside, here's Bogut, and he slams it in.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Now here's Brooks. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Golden State also making a change. Livingston's checked in. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Thompson outside. And he converts the layup.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Chicago making some changes. Justin Holiday comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Etuan Moore checking in for Brooks. And the Warriors also making a change. Barbosa's checked in, and the wide open shot from Green. No good on the three.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Down low, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Here's Iguodala, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
And Iguodala drops them both.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
And so here is Chicago. The Warriors making the shot. Noah's shot is off. 3 on 3. Here's Barbosa. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Holiday. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Here is Livingston for 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They're up by 6 from the United Center in Chicago. And Pau Gasol after great years and some difficult years. Talks about now his